Good day everyone, this is Sheryl Jagunos, and for this video, we will talk about the physical self. A crucial aspect of the self is one's physical feature, and people also consider their physical competencies, valuation of physical worth, and perception of beauty. We tend to question ourselves like, am I beautiful? Do people find me attractive? Or what can I do to enhance my feature? The body, this magnificent container and dynamic, perfectly designed system in which we interact with our world and fellow beings, is referred to as the physical self. The physical self is the tangible, concrete component of an individual that can be observed and examined directly. The body, according to William James, is the first source of sensation and is important for the emergence and preservation of personality. A simple example would be the frequent reports of soldiers in combat or boxers in the ring suffering serious wounds but not noticing them until the fighting is over. Erik Erikson believes that experiences is rooted in the body's ground plan. According to him, the function of bodily organs is particularly important during the early stages of a person's development. Later in life, physical and intellectual skills help decide whether a person can develop a sense of competence and be able to select challenging roles in a complex society. Just like when I was in a development state of dancing when I was young, little did I realize that mas nakatuon pa ko and nakabalo pa in the execution and other dance technique which I felt I would be unable to master the first time I tried to learn them. Our attraction to another person's body increases if the body is symmetrical and in proportion. If a face is in proportion, we are more likely to notice it and find it beautiful, just like in this picture, namely Kendall Jenner. Therefore, we perceive proportional bodies to be more healthy. A self-image problem happens when your looks doesn't match your beauty standards. For example, if you believe that attractive people are slim ones and if you were not slim but not obese, then you might believe that you are unattractive even though others might believe that you are attractive. The problem here is with your own beauty standards and not with your looks. In order to like your looks in such a case, you must fix your false beliefs about physical attractiveness. Body image refers to the way one sees herself and imagines how she looks. It can either be viewed positively or negatively. A mental picture that you have of your body, the feeling you have when you look at the mirror, and the actions taken to manage your body image. There are two factors that affect the perception of the physical self: the personal factor and the social factors. For personal factors, we have self-concept. It is a cognitive representation of self-awareness that encompasses all of a person's ideas about themselves. It is a compilation of all one's personal interactions involving one's personality traits, social roles, beliefs, ambitions, and fears. Thus, it refers to all of the attributes that a person lists when asked who he is. Personal identity. This is the idea that a person has about himself as it evolves over time. This includes aspects of his life that he was born into, such as family, ethnicity, gender, and physical characteristics, as well as choices he makes, such as what he does for a living, who he hangs out with, and what he believes in. For social factors, we have the looking glass self theory, which according to Charles Horton Cooley, a person's self emerges from society's interpersonal experiences and other people's perceptions. The social world shapes and reflects one's self-image. People internalize other people's evaluation of them later in life by more cognitive reflective processes. Second is social comparison. By comparing one's characteristics, skills, or beliefs to those of others, one can gain a better understanding of one's self. The process of contrasting oneself to others in order to assess one's own abilities and beliefs is known as social comparison. So let me share this to you, my own experience of downward comparison, which has happened recently. So I went to my hometown in Bukidnon and saw my long-time no-see relatives. I'm just disappointed of how they greet me because they always say, "Halalangga oy, niniwang lagi ka samot." di ka gakaon? I was in silence because I couldn't mumble any words to reply. I cannot react at that time because I do not know if they could understand me if I would say, mga ante, siguro paspas lang jud kog metabolism, and probably they won't believe me. Although it pained me and lose some of my confidence at that time, I know myself more and was trying to not get affected by what they have said. Getting to the point of acceptance often depends on our individual development of self-acceptance. To get to all important point of balance, there are a few steps we can take. First, realize that we cannot change our body type. Thin, large, short, or tall, we need to appreciate the uniqueness of what we have and work with it. Second, stop comparing ourselves to others, especially negatively. We are unique and we can't get a sense of our own body's needs and abilities by comparing it to someone else. Third, do not let self-esteem depend on our appearance. If we base our happiness on how we look, it is likely to lead to failure and frustration and may prevent us from finding true happiness. Recognize that size prejudice is a form of discrimination. Shape and size are not indicators of character, morality, intelligence, or success. Each of us will have a positive body image if we have a realistic perception of our bodies, when we enjoy, accept, and celebrate how we are and let go of negative societal or media-perpetuated conditioning. Always remember, beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. And thank you for watching.